for
So,
sure.
so let's say I want to start a business right now.
Do it!
What do you think I should do? For example, I'm a jobby, I'm a wagey.
Yeah,
So,
boy.
do you think I should work?
I fucking love that word. Sorry.
Me too, man. Cheers for that. Okay, I want to start a company, but do you think I should work on building a like funding, like work for a bit and save some money so after I don't know a couple of years I can quit and start my company? Or do you think I should just start a side job and work on it on my free time, and then once I have enough leverage I can just quit my job and go full time? Or the third option is, you just quit your job off the bat and you just start looking for investors and presenting your idea to everyone, or you take that time that you take off just to, learn a little bit more and look for what is the right direction. I mean, just go full time on researching and starting the thing and looking for investors and stuff. What do you think is the best option? Like, I know each has their own pros and cons, but what do you think?
I think all three. I think all three are valid for all different kinds of people. Like for example, the first one where you said you save and save and save, and then you decide to quit your job and then go all into it. I think that's totally valid. So long as in the meantime, while you're saving, you are studying and trying to, whether it's not spending money in the business, you're trying to accumulate knowledge. And also if you've got a fairly good income, that would also be a good option for you because you'd be able to save a significant amount. Or unlike maybe for the second person, yes, they do have a job, but they also need a little bit more money, and that will also teach them how to do financing and how to do how to deal with finances and how to deal with running a tiny little business, whether it's selling not antiques, but whether it's selling secondhand things on eBay or whatever. I think those two options, the first two, are totally valid. The third one is only for people, not special people, but the people who are extremely driven and they've realized that they don't like, being a wager. They don't like doing the job that they're doing. So they're going to go all out on this idea and they're going to, do all the due diligence and create something, create value, create a product that they're able to portray in front of said investors and then potentially get funding. But those are very few and far between. I mean, I can't do that for sure. I don't have the balls to quit and just say fuck this and then come up with an idea and then work on it. I'm too fucking lazy. I want it easy. So I'm not saying the other options are easy, but I'm just that kind of person, which is bad, and I need to change that. But all three options totally work. And it just depends on what kind of person you are. And personally, I would like option 2, starting a side hustle, because you have your stable source of income. But then the more you learn about the side hustle, and the more you learn about the ways of running a business on your own, on a small scale, the more experience you're going to pile up, the more mistakes you're going to make before you go balls deep into it. The other two options, you drop yourself into it. So in that sense, it's slightly risky.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think the side hustle one, I don't remember if that was the first or the second one, but that was the second. Okay.
That was the second one.
So yeah, the second one, like if you're working with something that will actually be favorable, like you can take advantage of, you can get some knowledge while working your wagey hobby while doing that, then I think it is really good. But if you want to do something that's totally different, then unless you can somehow learn something in the meantime, then it's really difficult. Yeah, because even if you work from 9 to 5, like when you get home, you still have to do stuff at home. If you're still gonna study or do something, maybe let's say for 1 or 2 hours, you're probably gonna have to sacrifice something. Maybe you sacrifice your social life, maybe you sacrifice going to the gym or something and keeping healthy, or maybe you sacrifice sleep.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, nothing has ever been done easily. Nothing that has had significance has ever been done easily. Hours of lost sleep, hours of discomfort, lost lives. I mean, we're talking about if starting a business, there's gonna be days, months, when it's just you're still learning and you're not making any money. Maybe a negative, but this is things have to be sacrificed for sure. None of the greatest things that have been achieved in our lifetime didn't come from not sacrificing. So yeah, I completely agree that you have to, whether it's in the form of social life or little comforts like watching Netflix or whatever, you just have to cut the distractions out. And the most important thing would be consistency and just constantly getting on with it and just constantly doing it. Because if the moment you break that cycle, all that momentum you built up behind you just goes. And because we're humans, we're very lazy and we want the path of least resistance. We're easily going to go to, back to our old terrible habits of, having 5 wanks a day and just watching dumb shit on TikTok. We're useless. We're in good times for sure, because that's why we're so weak now. That's why we've seen all the horrific corruption, because leaders are weak now. There are no strong leaders. Everyone's just being paid off. Everyone's being lobbied off. So at the end of the day, it's starting a business or starting something. It doesn't have to even be a business, but putting effort or attempting something, you have to sacrifice and you have to be diligent, and you can't let outside influences hurt you or change you if you really want the thing that you said you want,
Definitely agree. And I think you also touched a very nice topic. Like, it doesn't have to be a business. It could be a hobby or something, like, you want to.
Right.
Yeah, you want to get good at painting or something, so you can just invest the time in yourself, because in the end of the day, this is your life, and after you turn like 90 or something, it's all gone. So you have to enjoy it while you can, right?
Absolutely. So yeah, whether it's a hobby, whether it's a language, whatever you want to learn, you want to make the most out of the time that you have on earth. And when you hear people say, live as if you've only got, a day left to live, think that sounds, so idealistic and so dumb. But it's true. Because just imagine looking back when you're 30, looking back at your 20s, and it's like, I spent 5-6 hours a day scrolling on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and how much of a waste that is. You would regret that all that time in that youth, you were just looking at dumb shit.
Yeah.
I mean, what does that do for you? What has that done? Are those good memories? No. I think the most important thing, and I think in the recent maybe year or two, I've realized is having discipline and being consistent with the things that you really, truly are passionate about is the way to go.